Welcome to the DeFi Standard, and this is Mickey B. Fresh. Today, episode 9, we're going to be talking about generational wealth via yield on the FLR network with Spark and FXRP. Now, I think this is one of the most important videos that I've done so far, because this is really going to lay out how transformational the FLR network will be and how there will be a huge shift from just speculation driving the community and driving overall engagement by the market and the community. So we're going to be, as XRP holders and as Spark holders, we're going to shift from being just speculators in this market to actual users, participants, and citizens. So we're going to be using these assets and putting them to work for us to make more money, more yield, and generate generational wealth that will just compound over time. And it's so important to realize that the early participation is going to be where the greatest wealth will be created. And the system that is designed here is absolutely brilliant. The way it's engineered, it's almost like system engineering. The way the rewards and the incentive mechanisms work perfectly with the tokens. And we're going to dive into that today. I made a diagram specifically for this video to lay out the two assets that are the most important predominantly to us in the XRP community. You have the Spark token and FXRP. So let's first start with the Spark token. And you're going to be able to earn these rewards simultaneously at the same time from both assets. So at Spark, we're going to delegate our detachable vote to a signal provider who provides price feeds to the FLR time series oracle. Now, the inflation rewards are generated from those accurate price feeds. And as the signal provider earns the rewards, they then pass it on to you. And it looks like those rewards will actually be able to be airdropped right into our non-custodial wallets. But that hasn't been confirmed yet, but that is what they are working on at the FLR network. So this entails absolutely no risk in any way. So unlike typical staking, where you have to hand over your token to a validator and stake it with them, you lose possession of it. With the FLR time series oracle, when you delegate that vote, you do not lose possession of your token. And you're just going to be earning, these could be multiple times a day, you'll be earning these rewards and you'll receive them in Spark. And now, while you're simultaneously doing that, you can stake your Spark into the FAsset collateral system. And we don't know exactly all the details of how exactly that's going to work quite yet, but we know that you're going to have the capabilities to stake your Spark and then earn the underlying assets of those FAssets that are minted by originators. So as users or owners of those Litecoin, Bitcoin, Doge, and XRP are minted, you'll earn a percentage of those assets minted, the native assets. So you'll earn actually XRP, Litecoin. And then as you earn those, you'll be able to then mint your own FAssets. And this is how that cycle is starting. And we're going to show how once you mix in the FAssets with them, it's going to be even more powerful. Now, just to note here, Spark is going to be able to trustlessly move onto the XRP ledger and trade on the XRP ledger's DEX. So I just wanted to make that clear here. And the FLR time series oracle is the inflation mechanism that generates the rewards for delegating your FTSO vote. And when you earn the underlying FAssets, you earn those from those originators who are minting the FAssets. with their Litecoin, Bitcoin, XRP, Doge, and whatever other assets come over in the future. So now let's move over to FXRP. Now, we could apply this to all other FAssets, but I'm specifically picking FXRP here because that is what we already own. And we're going to be able to then mint our FXRP. So you're actually going to be able to also simultaneously earn rewards and utilize your FXRP. Both of which you cannot do at the moment right now with regular XRP. So the first way to earn with your FXRP is you mint it, you pay that small fee that goes to the agents and those who staked Spark. And then daily, you'll earn rewards in Spark, and they will be massively high. So roughly, there's going to be a general rewards pool, and the rough amount is going to be 25 to 30 billion Spark. Now, this is not in addition to the total supply. This is within the 100 billion total supply. So you think of this general rewards pool as an escrow. The same way Ripple holds an escrow. Well, on Flare, there's also an escrow. And it gets distributed algorithmically based on the smart contracts. So for everyone who owns an FAsset, will be distributed a percentage of those rewards every day, depending on how much of the FAssets that are out there that they hold. So there will be a set percentage. From what my understanding is right now, this could change, but it was 0.2%. So you think of it like if, say, we started out with 30 billion in that general rewards pool, and this rewards pool is utilizing all that unclaimed Spark, the Spark that was supposed to go to Ripple and didn't go to them, and those scam wallets. So this rewards pool has all that Spark in there that would have went to those entities. Now this pool is just like an escrow. So if it starts with 30 billion, it's going to release 0.2% out daily. And then it will minus that amount from the rewards pool. And the next day, another 0.2% will come out. So this could, in theory, go on forever in that way. And as Spark increases in value, you won't need as much rewards per day. And it's also a governance function. So governance would dictate what that daily rewards rate will be. But what this does is this incentivizes all of those XRP holders, all those Litecoin holders, all those Doge holders, all those Bitcoin soon, to bring over their assets because they're going to earn daily rewards. So in the beginning, there's going to be less participation. That's when you need to get in there and earn those assets and mint with your XRP and other FAssets. Now, it's not financial advice, but that's where the biggest opportunity will lie. Now, while you're earning these daily rewards, you also get an FTSO vote with your FAsset, so FXRP. You could delegate that. Now, you don't earn rewards with that, but the signal provider can compensate you in any way they like. They could be through an NFT, which is a non-fungible token. It could be through Spark. It could be XRP. It could be t-shirts. It could be anything. So that is another way to earn simultaneously. Now, the third way, which is probably one of the biggest too, is you could utilize your actual FXRP in an application. So for example here, this is one of the Spark-dependent applications talked about in the white paper and also mentioned in the blog, Closing the Circle of Interoperability, written by the CEO of Flare, Hugo Filion, and he's also talked about this in multiple different interviews. The creator of the Trustline app has also talked about this stablecoin application. So there's definitely some involvement from RippleX with this. So you would take your FXRP, put it in as collateral. Typically you have to over collateralize it, and then you receive a decentralized stablecoin, which would be FUSD. Now this FUSD, you could either put in a DeFi money market protocol and earn interest on, or there's going to be an insurance protocol, or you're going to be able to bring it over to the XRP ledger. And then there'll be other applications to utilize with that. So while you have this stablecoin, you'll be earning your daily rewards, and you could be delegating your vote while keeping your FXRP in the collateral deposition. The greatest of all this is if XRP's price goes up, you gain all the capital appreciation from it. So you're earning daily Spark. So as you're earning that daily Spark, you're then going to take that Spark and you're going to stake it. And then you're going to delegate the FTSO vote from that to earn more Spark. And then as you earn more Spark, you stake that. So see how this cycle goes all the way around? It's just such a positive feedback loop. And this opens up the XRP ledger too. So Spark could trade on the XRP ledger. All the FAssets can move onto the XRP ledger trustlessly, and the stablecoin. But the main point in this video is how do you compound your wealth? You're going to have 4 different ways from just 2 tokens to be able to compound yield simultaneously on a daily basis. And as you earn more Spark, you stake that Spark, and then that earns more Spark. And you earn the underlying FAssets, and you mint those. Then you earn daily Spark from that too. And then you could utilize that FAsset, like FXRP, in other applications. You could also use them on FLR Finance. But the point is, this is how you build generational wealth. You compound. We just can't sit here and hope for a moonshot. That is a possibility, but it's much more likely that XRP is going to go up in value somewhat. But as it goes up, this is your opportunity to triple, quadruple, 10x your stack and your holdings and increase those and then build your Spark holdings up. And then that will just generate more of the underlying FAssets. And as Spark's value goes up, because there's going to be so much demand for Spark as collateral, and then anyone who uses as collateral is able to earn the yield from the FLR time series Oracle simultaneously. You can't do this on proof of stake networks. It's just not possible because you need those assets to be used to secure the network. FLR, you do not need the native token to secure the network. So that's what allows this all to be possible. So this is an unbelievable opportunity. There's no other network anywhere near the top 50 that's doing this at a protocol layer that these rewards are being handing out. And then these Spark dependent applications are like ultra secure application layer. Basically, they're meant to work with the actual protocol. So you think of this collateralized deposition application. It's meant to work with the FAssets and use those as collateral. And it's meant to go on the XRP ledger. So they're all built to work with each other. And this is going to drive the flywheel so fast spinning because it's going to keep people holding their assets. Because it's like if I sell this or even go back to the native chain, I now lose the yield and I lose the smart contract utility. And with Spark, you're always going to be just staking it, and you're always going to be earning underlying FAssets, and you're going to be earning more Spark with that. So that's the feedback loop here that just keeps going in a circle. And this is going to pull more people in, and it's going to pull more of the XRP, Litecoin, Doge, Bitcoin off of the exchanges and onto FLR. Same goes for Spark. If there's going to be 75 exchanges starting out trading it, a lot of that Spark is not going to get dumped on the market. It's going to go right onto the FLR network. And that's what people need to understand. Don't look at the exchanges. Look at what's going on FLR. And then they'll be able to trade on the XRP ledger. So we're going to drive demand heavily. And we're going to drive yield, which allows us to just keep compounding it. So you're going to also be getting 3% allocation of your original Spark allocation every month for 2 to 3 years. So you'll be getting Spark monthly. And in the beginning, those who do sell out and do have weak hands or who do not understand what's going on here will sell to those who understand what's going on here. and then they'll bring it onto the Flare network, which removes it from the trading market and therefore lowers supply. And there's going to be a massive demand because everyone's going to want to earn the yield in multiple ways. So it's not just like, oh, I got 5% on Nexo. It's like, I got 4 different ways to earn with 2 assets that are going to keep generating more of Spark. And it's going to push the value up higher and higher. So I hope just everyone gets an idea here. And we don't have all the specific details of how exactly we're going to exactly delegate to those signal providers yet. We have not seen like the MetaMask version of Flare or Flare wallet. We have not seen what that looks like. So we can't explain how you actually do that, but we know you can do that. And the information will be released soon, and also more details on the general rewards pool. So this turns our XRP from just regular XRP, looking at its speculation, going up, going down, and some ODL use that we're seeing now, to being a super asset, because now it gets yield with it every day, and it also gets utility with smart contracts to create a decentralized stablecoin, and then use on the XRP ledger. So the more of these stablecoins that are minted, the XRP ledger needs this decentralized stablecoin for other assets to trade against it, because XRP is a free-floating asset. XRP is not going to be a stablecoin. They're going to create a stablecoin utilizing XRP and other FAssets as collateral, and then that stablecoin will come over to the ledger and it'll be trustless and used by anyone. So that decentralized stablecoin pegged to USD can trade against security tokens, tokenized assets, XRP, other FAssets. So that's that decentralized stablecoin that's needed. And the creator of the Trustline app said this specifically. That's what's needed on the XRP ledger, and that's what's missing. So it's not that fiat is going to back or collateralize XRP. It's that XRP and other crypto assets that are FAssets will be used as collateral to back an actual stable coin. And that stable coin comes over to the XRP ledger to trade. So I hope everyone understands that. I know it's a lot to unpack. Take a look at this diagram. I'm going to post it on Twitter. You could follow me at Mr. Freshtime on Twitter, and also at thedefistandard.com. We have a bunch of blogs up there, videos. I got some voice notes as well. Patty XRP has also made some very nice diagrams and written a couple really well-written blogs that will help you understand more so than just listening. I'm Mickey B. Fresh, and I'm out.